Hello there, Capricorn. Oop, Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. This is going to be your mid-March tarot card reading for March 2024. As a reminder, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Check out your sun, moon, or rising sign readings as well for any further or additional insights you may have. Ooh, cards want to be jumping. You wanted to jump. Okay. So we'll take those definitely. So apparently, yep, this reading wants to get started. Okay, so let's jump right in, Capricorn. I'm going to give this one more quick shuffle for you, and then we will get started. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, love that. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's start off with the past. And work our way to present and possible future. Okay, so love to see this. Number one, we have all swords right here. We have 7, 9, and 10 of swords. So I'm going to start off here 7. Now let's start off. I might as well just, let's start off here first of all. 7 and 9. So 9 of swords was the first card here. So this tells me, in terms of past, if there's anything that's really been on your mind that's been causing you a lot of trauma, anxiety, loss of sleep, pain, anything that's really cyclical or repeating as well in terms of your mind, thoughts or thoughts that have been really causing a lot of emotional responses, you know? I think here, you know, this card talks about recurring nightmares. You know, if there's something that really has been on your mind from the past, especially, that keeps you stuck there mentally and also emotionally at that point, you know. 7 of swords here talks about anyone or any situation that may have betrayed you, that may have lied or deceived you in some type of way. But also this card also suggests, you know, I think for some of you, you've really tried to make peace with some of these thoughts, trying to break this cycle, break this repetitiveness of these ideas that cause these emotional reactions to keep popping up. Because the 7 of Swords also talks about being tactical, being very strategic about moving forward, you know. It also talks about facing self-deception, self-illusion, facing fears, all of those things. So, and I say that really because the last card we have here is the 10 of Swords. And I love to see that. You know, this is telling me that you're ending a cycle. You're letting an old version of yourself die. You're letting go of the past. And you're also being transcended here through this ego death. You know, you're transcending into a higher, more wiser self, more enlightened self, if you will, more spiritual self. So this really tells me that there is something here where, you know, you really try to be tactical about maybe being very aware of your thought patterns. That's really what I see here, being very aware of what you think about, what you choose to focus on, all of those things. Because if there was a lot of things that were very hurtful from your past, which is very reasonable for all of us, you know, we're human beings, but I think you felt, for some of you, to let that go, that you wanted to be better, you wanted to be clearer, you wanted to be lighter and more positive and better in your situation. So definitely from the past, I'd love to see that. Funny that they're all swords. I think this is a very specific message for some of you out there. As we move on from the past, let's go on to the present here. So love to see this for you. Number 1, 6 of Wands. This is really telling me that you've come a long way. You've come almost like full circle for some of you. This card talks about having a victory of some kind. I don't know what this victory is, but it also talks about public recognition, people seeing a big change or a big triumph, or you overcoming something of some kind, you know. So really, I think here for the 6 of Wands, it shows, you know, a true victory, you know, where you're getting not only accomplishments, but you're getting a personal validation from other people. You know, people are seeing a big change or a big change in you. We see this here also with the 3 of Cups. So yeah, people want to celebrate. There's something here where you've really made something. You know, you've really ended a cycle, and then you really try to create something more positive, something that is more beneficial to your story, beneficial to your life, where now there is something that people around you, your friends, your family, colleagues, co-workers, community, they all want to celebrate something, maybe celebrate you in some type of way. Again, public recognition with that 6 of Wands. We also got the Queen of Swords here in reverse. So I think here this is really telling me that you are, your mind, almost like, I feel like, the pathways in your mind are just like being rewired. You know what I mean? It's like you go from the past talking about dealing with pain, trying to be more aware and strategic with your thoughts, and letting that old self, those old thoughts go. And by doing so, you got this Queen of Swords moment where you're working toward mental clarity. You're working toward, I think, healthy boundaries as well, saying, now that I've seen the darkness and I've seen some light, now I know where my boundaries lie. I know what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept, who I'm willing to allow into my energetic field, who I'm not, all of those things. And that's being formed right now with the Queen of Swords reversed. I think you're working toward mental clarity, and you're replacing ideas and trauma of the past with new memories that are going to serve you in a much better way. Now we move on from the present. Now we move on to the future and possible themes for this reading. Yeah, love to see this. First of all, last sword here. You have a lot of swords, so stuff on the mind. I mean, 5 of swords right here. Yeah, you're letting go of situations and people that were disagreeable to you, that may have caused some conflict. And in the reverse, this is really saying that you are coming to peace, or you're finding peace with situations in the past that might have been very hard to deal with. It could have manifested as difficult relationships, lots of arguments and miscommunications, misunderstandings. It could have been stuff with competition. It could have been situations where, where there was just strained or very, the really word is that comes to mind is where people didn't respect your boundaries, where things became very combative in a certain sense, mentally, communication-wise, or whatever it may be. But in the reverse, it's really saying that you are kind of saying, I'm walking away from this, and I'm walking away in peace. I'm not walking away wounded. I'm walking away now in a place where I can accept it is what it is, and I have to learn how to forgive and forget, agree to disagree, and we don't have to see eye to eye. But regardless, I'm not carrying this baggage with me anymore. So I think that's the biggest thing here. As I said, this kind of piggybacks off of that Queen of Swords, releasing things from the past, and you're going to start creating new belief systems and ideas that are going to serve you better. 2 other cards here, 2 major arcanas. Number 1, well, let's start off here at the Star. Yeah, definitely this is telling me, for some of you, this kind of like with all of those swords, it almost seems like a tower moment, where a cycle has ended, something we built up from the past, and now has to be let go, destroyed, whatever it is, and now it's saying for some of you, you're coming into a new version of yourself. With the Star card comes after the Tower, saying after struggle, after conflict, now becomes a new hope. Now comes a new version of yourself where you are less burdened by things of the past, where those things no longer define you, and now you are more in a more, centered and natural state to who you are meant to be at this moment. You're no longer your past, you are no longer worried about your future, you are just you in this moment, and you're very clear about what you want and what you need, in a genuine sense. So here, that Star card, definitely, it's you coming very much in tune with what is meant for you, who you are, what you need, etc. Even more so, the Empress. So yeah, lots of self-care. I mean, here, this comes underneath that 6 of Wands, talking about certain accomplishment or victory. So absolutely, I think here it's telling me that for some of you, you're going to have this victory, whatever it is, and you're going to be able to celebrate. It's going to change your perspective and focus in a certain way, where you're going to be able to see the abundance of life, understand that you are able to create that abundance at any point, and you're going to see the beauty of life in all the senses, in sight, in touch, in feel, whatever it is. So you're going to be grounded in a sense which is beautiful, in a way that you're going to feel beauty. You're going to experience beauty from hardship. So I love to see this for some of you Capricorns out there. So let's pull out 3 cards. These next 3 cards are going to be shadow work cards. These are going to be energies that you have dealt with or have dealt with and now releasing, talking about 3 cards. 3 cards just literally fell out of the deck. So let's go with those 3. So, yeah, okay. First of all, we got the 7 of Cups. So, I mean, this comes in the same line, as I said, with all those swords of the past. So if there's any type of overwhelming emotions, that you've dealt with in terms of trying to release a lot of old emotion, any type of confusion or insecurity or sadness towards certain things of the past. This usually is a card of talking about choices, but I think here this is really telling me that maybe you've accumulated a lot of different emotions about the past, maybe a lot of contradictory things, maybe things that were conflicting toward each other. Maybe your past and present don't match up in a certain way. So now the Seven of Cups is saying, that you are kind of going through this process of elimination. I have a feeling for some of you, you realize some cups are no longer worth holding on to. They've become stagnant and toxic to hold on to. So now I think for some of you, this card is telling me that you've emptied out those cups. You've realized that I understand what's purpose they served. I don't want to carry it anymore. I want to release myself from this, so I'm going to dump this cup and have space now for a new emotion, a new experience to take its place. So I think here is telling me that for some of you, there was a certain purge and a certain self-reflection process in terms of letting things go. We also have the World card, very much like that Ten of Swords. As I said before, like any type of conflict, there's now a resolution. There's now a solution to it. And this comes next to that Six of Wands. So whatever you've been working toward, whatever sense that may be, whether it be personal development to change or just something as a personal endeavor or goal that you want, it's telling me that, the cycle is over. That you are going to get that victory moment, whether even if it is a personal victory, but people are going to see that change in you and things are going to finally be at peace, at a resolution. Ten of Swords right here, as I said, ending of a cycle. World card, the very last major arcana to say the cycle is over, So really, I think the worst is over for whatever it is for some of you are feeling. We got the Page of Pentacles. So here this is telling me if you felt like, you had problems finding any type of stability or security in your life, I think here this is really saying that you're going to reconnect. Again, this is right next to the Empress. Reconnect with groundedness, with joy, with beauty, all of those things once more. Page of Pentacles, again, that is earth energy, and pages are the messengers and students of the tarot. So this is telling me that you're going to relearn exactly what you need to give yourself that security, that sense of peace, that sense of harmony and balance once more. So really, I think that energy in terms of any type of difficulty with that, I think really related to emotional and mental things that you've purged from that. And now those belief systems are no longer that limited you from the past, that blocked you or held you back from thinking you could achieve something more or something better. Those things are being released so that you can now start to manifest and create and see those things now in your present moment. So now these three next cards are going to be blessings from the universe. These are energies that are coming your way. Now that you have room, now that you've released some of those energies from the shadow work cards. Yeah, definitely. Nine of Wands. Always love to see that. Five of Pentacles. Yep. And last one. What blessings do we have for our Capricorns out there? One last blessing. Yep. This one was at the top. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we got some wands. Okay, so first of all, Nine of Wands. Telling me, that you've gone through a period where you had to heal, or you had to maybe put up your walls a little bit for protection, for safety. And now this is telling me as a blessing, you can now let down those walls. You are no longer wounded. As this card, I always feel like suggests, you're in the blessings part, it says you're no longer the wounded warrior, but the warrior. You've healed yourself. You've done what you needed to do to move on, to let go of the past. Again, this comes in the same row as all of those swords, releasing that cycle. So now you've moved on, you've healed, and now there are new things for you to experience as you move forward. We got the Six of Pentacles as well. So Six of Pentacles, yes, absolutely. This is telling me that, you are able to not own that you're going to be able to be in a position where you're going to not only be able to help other people once more as you move forward, but you're also going to learn how to give back to yourself. I think here there could have been, this comes right next to that Queen of Swords right here. So I think here, in terms of, as I said, learning new boundaries, learning how to accept certain things in your life and say no to other things in your life, you're going to learn how to have that balance, as is seen here in the scales of that Six of Pentacles. You're going to learn how to have a balanced life where you are able to give as much as you get. You're going to be able to give back to yourself as much as you give to other people. You're going to be part of this equation. You're going to put yourself as a priority. So I think here's going to be very clear in that, in terms of, again, as I said, building that balance, building that sense of safety and beauty and peace and structure once more. We also got the Three of Wands. So yeah, this is telling me progression, moving forward in life. This talks about, as I said, with the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands, there's going to be a victory of some kind, and you're also going to be able to move forward in life from past conflict. So definitely, Three of Wands talks about progression, moving forward, and being able to really see the results and product of all the effort you've put out there. That Three of Wands, that person takes a break on their journey to kind of look backwards and forwards, to look at the past and honor it, to see how far they've come, and also to look toward the future in terms of new opportunities. These next three cards are going to be themes about what this reading may be about. That first one that jumped out was nourish. Love to see that. I think that makes complete sense here. Absolutely. What else we got in terms of themes for our Capricorns out there? What else do we got? Oh, now we got two. Let's go with these. Yeah, okay. Okay, so first of all, nourish. Yeah. As I said before, you're going to give back to yourself. I think that nourish here is saying you're going to nourish yourself. You're not going to starve yourself or expect external people or opportunities to be the things that nourish you. You're going to learn how to nourish you because you know what you need. You know what you deserve. And I think for some of you who have gone through this journey, you know exactly how to provide that at this point, or you're going to learn how to provide that for yourself. We also have insights, so absolutely. Looking at, as I said, ending of a cycle into a new sense of self, into self-love, into victory. I think from that journey of going from darkness into light, you get new insights, you get new knowledge about yourself, about your own life path, what is important to you, setting clear boundaries, giving back to yourself, etc. So here, definitely there's going to be new insight coming into your mind and heart, and also sensitivity. I think this really tells me, for some of you, when we sometimes go through difficult or challenging times, it could harden our heart. It can make us feel disconnected and wanting to be, very closed off to opportunities or life in general. I think for some of you, as you've gone through this process, you're learning how to heal, and you're not allowing your heart to harden because you've gone through some pain. I think some of you are understanding you are a sensitive soul. You know that you may be vulnerable to certain things in life, but you know how to protect your heart, but not to harden it to life itself. I think you're coming into and understanding your sensitivity on a deep level, and you're understanding you're a sensitive, emotional person, maybe an empath of some kind, where you understand emotion very deeply and you feel things very deeply, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. As I said, with that Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, you're going to have a balance. You're going to know your boundaries. You're going to know what is going to be helpful and beneficial to you that won't take advantage of your sensitivity. And you'll know what opportunities and people are not going to be allowed in because you know your heart and will not be able to accept that. They can't accept people who want to take advantage of you, people who want to hurt you, people who want to not respect your boundaries or feelings, all of those things. So again, I think by getting in touch with your sensitivity versus hardening your heart, it comes from two different polarities. Hardening your heart comes from a place of fear, in terms of I want to be protected but limited. understanding your sensitivity, accepting it, and creating safe boundaries for yourself, that comes from a place of understanding, awareness, growth, and light. So I think definitely this is what I see for some of you Capricorns out there. A big change in terms of letting go of the past, letting old versions end and die, and now you're coming into victory. A new sense of self, a new sense of groundedness and joy, and a new awareness and insight in terms of new boundaries and new growth and progression on your own personal journey. So I hope this reading did resonate for some of you. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, or rising sign readings for any further or additional insight. But leave me a like if you did. Also comment if you wish. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I want to say a big thank you to any new or returning subscribers. I really appreciate you for supporting my channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.